And ladies and gentlemen, game one of Shaft versus Cloud. Best of 3 losers bracket. Remember, winner advances and is guaranteed a spot in internationals. The winners of this. Loser has to fight it out in international knockouts. But it is a best of 3. Let's get in and let's see how the teams are going to do. So, Ragnar, Marceau, Gearing, Daring, Des Moines, Brisbane, Ohio, and Vermont for Cloud. For the side of Shaft, Daring, Ragnar, Gearing, Harugamo, Des Moines, Brisbane, Des Moines, St. Vincent, Ohio. And remember, both teams banned Kleber. So that is why you will not see any Klebers this map. So, looks like Shaft is going to go with that Daring Ragnar playing to B we saw against Penta on Sleeping Giant. Yeah, Sleeping Giant. Looks like we're seeing an even split, basically, for the side of Cloud. They may send that Des Moines, keep an eye on him. He may turn and go for that island at B. But looks like it's going to be early cap advantage for the side of Shaft, and then they're going to have to designate DDs out. Watch for the Daring Gearing combo at A against a Gearing. I mean, the Brisbane there should be able to make that even. We'll keep an eye out. But let's see. So Daring and Gearing going to move forward. That's going to be a very beautiful play from the side of Cloud. You can see that the smoke here has been smoked to let the Ragnar sit there. But watch for the pushback in. I mean, there's nothing there to contest B. So Shaft is going to get it. But how much consumables are they going to use to get it? And now you see, so here's the push from Daring Gearing. Looks like they're going to go a little bit more aggressive. They're going to put the Daring right there on the island. The Gearing's going to be fanned out wide. Here goes the push back in. And Des Moines will have radar detection, but they're not going to have anything that's going to be able to shoot it. So B is taken. Here comes the cap on A. Radar from the Brisbane will spot both of them. And now the Brisbane of Zill is going to have some shots that he can put onto the Daring of Russian Alushka. He's got to dodge the Torps. He will dodge the Torps. And this positioning is going to really hurt that Daring. He's going to get crunched from both sides. He's going to have to start to back up here. Already down to 20,000. How much more damage were they Daring and Ragnar again? This positioning was beautiful. Instant DCP. Watch for these last salvos of shots coming in. If any of these last salvo hit him and start a fire, that would have been really brutal. But still, down to 13,000 after the heal. 14,000 after the heal feels rough. Vermont of Cloud Killer going to take some torps here. Looks like he's going to take one, maybe two. Just one. He is flooding, but he does not take it. Gearing of Repri spotted. Repri gets away without much damage. Actually, without any damage now that those shots are. And now the Daring isn't a problem because the Ragnar Ventaro moves forward, and the Brisbane's just going to open up again on him. And Shaft absolutely wants to beat Cloud here. Shots are in onto Russian Alushka. Down to 7,300. And he is very close to going down here. If they get another fire on him, once again, it's going to be really tight. Down to 3,800. He does have the heal coming in a second. Watch, Brisbane has the radar again in 29 seconds, but he is getting farmed, so he's got to dive away from there. Meanwhile, Ragnar Ventaro just says, okay, nothing is here. I'm just going to sit here and farm Angel Killer, and honestly, that's the right play, 100%. I mean, look at the damage he's getting on him. 1 cap for each team right now, but 50-point lead for the side of Shaft. And they see the daring very briefly. He uses the heal, but he's only up to 4,800. And now the Ragnar Ventaro just says, I'll keep working on your Vermont. Vermont is not having a good time here. He can't DCP. I mean, he'll have the heal, but they're just chunking him really nicely. And he's trying to ignore it, but there's a point comes where you can't ignore it. Now, let's take a look over at C, because we've been here for a while. Harugamo of 420 down to 3,800, almost gone. And Cloud is winning this side hard. Chunk off the Ohio. Nice shot there from St. Vincent of Lucar. But Lucar getting murdered. And the Marceau and the Ragnar are going to be able to push up, and the Rugamo can't do anything. So where this is becoming an issue is you're going to have the team of Cloud able to challenge C. They're going to move the Marceau and the Ragnar in. I mean, the Des Moines will be there to play area denial. But you need to get the moves on. And so you can see the moves starting to happen. Ragnar's going to dive into A, take A, and go from there. Now, as we look in here, shots out here, they did use the radar and they spotted the Brisbane and the gearing briefly. Tempest Mark V has not DCP'd, down to 13-3. Brisbane of Curse Suffering still up. The Ragnar Ventaro took a lot of damage there, and the problem is he's not gotten dark yet. He's healing up, 16-2 now. He does get dark, but he's got to be very careful. I mean, they're just going to try to keep spamming him and get him out of that cap. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And now Cloud's starting to make the move in here on B. The Daring of Russian used his last heal up to 7,700. And the Vermont following him in. And they're going to push in. Cloud's starting to get a really nice positioning here. Shaft still sitting out there on the A line and having been forced off the 10 line. I'm starting to like Cloud's positioning a lot more here. And especially their health. Their health is so much better right now. Now, Brisbane should dodge those torps. He gets through the torps cleanly, no issues. Daring about to back into B, so it'll be a swap on A, B here. They do spot the Daring, actually. Des Moines spots him, so Radar's going to go for a bit more. Don't know if they're going to be able to stop him, but they will at least get the cap earlier for the side of Shaft. St. Vincent's still getting spammed down. They get shots on the Ragnar, just a bit of damage, but this force over here for Cloud is brutal. Now, the Des Moines of Cloudsham is becoming a focus target. Des Moines of Shaft able to move up. They're going to have some nice angles on him here, and Shaft is going to try to get him down. Big chunks so far. He is still spotted. He turns, and he turns just at the wrong second. These shots, depending on when they come in, that might be really rough. He's lucky it's only 13K he's down to there, because that could have been a lot worse. Oh, and he's down to 7K, and that Des Moines might be dead at this point. Depends on what shots get through. I mean, they're going to have the daring open up, try to farm him out. Marceau taking some unintended secondary damage there. Des Moines' heal is almost gone. Shots coming in, they're not going to get over the island on him, but he's still down to 5,000. They want this Des Moines. Shaft wants to kill him. He's close, 2,000, and they know he's gone. No way out of it. We see first blood from the side of Shaft onto Cloud 10.5 minutes into the game, and now it's a 260-point lead for the side of Shaft. That health lead I talked about has now dissipated, so Shaft manages to bend but not break. They lose B, but they still haven't had A taken from them, and they get the Des Moines, which is now allowing the Harugamo and Des Moines to charge up and challenge onto the edge of C. That Marceau is going to get out, down to 18-3, uses the DCP instantly. And honestly, El De La Vega here, even with the heal, is in a really brutal spot. I mean, that Des Moines is just going to keep lacing in shots on the side. Down to 20,000. Here comes some battleship shots. Down to 900, and that's going to be it. They finish off the Ohio, and Cloud is now down 2 ships. They do have the gearing spotted over here. Brisbane has the gearing spotted for another 13 seconds. They're trying to get him out. They haven't yet. And Zill spots the gearing of Tempest Mark V. They're going to radar him to keep him spotted. That gearing is in a world of hurt. 8,900. Repri still spotted by radar, down to 4,700. Looks like he's going to get out of there with his life. And Tempest Mark V, 7,000 health. He's running away. Will it be quick enough? They get the Brisbane of Curse Suffering as well. Ohio shots come in and finish him. Ladies and gentlemen, and Shaft is just turned on the accelerator and are running to end this game. Down a cap, yes, but they still win in 5.5 minutes, and the gearing down to 5,200. B cap now being contested by the daring of Papega Sniper, and Ragnar back to doing that Vermont farming again. Now keep an eye on this play here. Repri wants to go forward to an extent because with the Brisbane, they should be able to kill the gearing. Issue is that the daring's there now, so they are going to lose that cap. And then watch over here. Ragnar of Lehman is actually just gone. He's been pinched out. He is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Cloud Squirrel now getting pushed, and yeah, this game is over. Shaft is going to win this one. The Ragnar goes down right there, ladies and gentlemen. The Marceau's on the flank at 7,500, but now the St. Vincent's just charging and putting Wiggle Torps in on BS Squirrel. And so BS Squirrel continues to back up, but he's now getting focused. And watch, here comes the push into A. Gearing was spotted. Remember, they don't have any radar, so the Brisbane cannot radar to spot. But that gearing down to 2,000. They forced them both out of the cap almost. Gearing dives out of the cap, and Daring dives out of the cap. Daring spotted, though. They've got the spots, and you can see the instant shot change onto that Daring. Oh, and Papega's in there as well, and that is a dead Daring, ladies and gentlemen. There's the kill on him. They have not spotted the gearing yet, but it doesn't matter. At this point, it's all over. Shaft is going to win this game. They get the Marceau on the other flank, and now here's the gearing. This will be the final kill. They don't lose a single ship, ladies and gentlemen. And Shaft, they get the Des Moines before they even get the gearing. Shaft wins the game and is up That's not the right one. Shaft wins the game and is up 1-0.